if you're trying to get into an agency, and today's training is top 3 tips or people or relationships you can have to get into an agency door. If you're trying to get in, you got the small business professionals, you got the SBA district office, but you also have the companies that have already won within that agency. You can find companies that will be willing to talk with you, guide you, work with you, etc. And I call these winners, right? Just small business winners. We're all winners, but these ones are actually winning at your agency of choice, right? So how do you find them? Well, the place that I go is USA Spending, and I'll show you how to do that right now. I'll go into USA Spending and I'll find companies, small businesses that are around the world I'm looking for. And then I'll come out and I can go to GovCon in a box, and this is our tool set, right, to find people. And it's a free tool set. It always will be for finding people. You can go in there and find the people who work at these companies, name, number, and email. So then you can call them and say, hey, I'd like to try to get into this agency, or I'd like to build a relationship with you, blah, blah, blah. Let's go look how I do this. Okay, so this is USA Spending. If you don't know it, I'm going to go pretty fast, but it is one of the best tools to search on contracts that have been awarded. It pulls its data from FPDS. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just looking at companies that have won in the last year and a half. So let me show you the filters as I do it. So here I'm saying the time period is the last year and a half. I'm going to say the award type is contracts, because I don't need to see companies that are getting grants, loans, etc. And the other thing is I want to get into a particular agency. So let's just do the Army, because literally I am trying to help somebody get into the Army. And hey, why did I miss it? There it is. So I'll leave it at that. That's good. And then the next thing I want is recipient type. Remember, I'm trying to find small businesses that are winning. And in this case, I'm going to say small business as the checkbox and close that. Now, here's something that just experience has taught me, and I'm going to give you a tip on how I do this, is for some reason, the data is not always perfect. And sometimes these huge companies are sliding in. But what I'm really looking for, if I'm trying to get into a new agency and I'm really trying to find small businesses, I'm looking for companies doing, like, let's say 5 to 30 million at most. That range helps me ensure I'm not going after firms that are well over 100 million and probably the owner is no longer engaged. I kind of want to talk to the owner whenever I can. So I'm going to go here to award amount, and I'm just going to say custom amount here, and I'll just say 5 million. Hopefully I did that right, to 25, and put that in. So 5 million to 25 million, if you see that. And that's all I'm going to do for a second. Let me zoom out, and I'm going to hit submit on the search. So that's filters that I've done. Here's the fiscal years, the contract, the Army, and small businesses doing 5 to 25 million. So I got the results. And where I want to go is this second category where it says results by category. If I come in here, I can click this drop-down menu and see recipients. And so now I'm seeing these different companies, and I can see this company. It's funny, like right away, even though I did this, right away that company is popping up with 278 million. I have no idea why, and I'm not really tracking on that, but you can see, I can start seeing these companies, and I can click next, 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 right, to see the next 10. But I might want to filter it down one more time saying, you know what I'm looking for is just companies that are somewhere in the IT space. And so I'm going to go here and add one more filter. And here I'm just going to add a NAICS code. And I'm just going to say 541, let's do 611. 541-611. And I'm going to come up and hit search again. Let me zoom out really quick. It changed the search, and you can see here, right here, it added the NAICS code. I have one NAICS code with my other filters. And when I come down and I'm looking at recipients, now I'm looking at a different set of companies, and you can see 15 million, 12 million, 10 million. This is better for me, right? I could go a lot bigger, but a company that's doing 5 or 10 million, they're probably really open to having conversations because they know the value of teaming. They've subcontracted before, probably to get to this stage. By the way, it doesn't mean these companies are 5 or 10 million. It means they've got 5 or 10 million in prime contracts, but they also might be subcontracting, doing commercial work, whatever. So, so this is a good one for me. Now what I want to do is to go out and maybe find some of these companies. So if I clicked on any of them, and I'm going to click on this one because I've never heard of them before. So I'm just going to click on them. And when I do, it comes up and I'm able to see, I don't need to go into a lot of information, but I'm able to go into here and find their UEI. And I'm just going to copy that. So now I've found the company through USA Spending. And I'm going to come back over here to GovCon in a box. If you're not familiar with our new tool, we're super excited. We just launched it. This part I'm going to show you is free, and it will be free forever. Finding teammates, because we're trying to promote networking, partnership, and teaming, right? But right here, number 3 is find teammates. If I click on that, I can come right in here, and at the top, I could search by UEI. So I'm just going to search that at the moment. And there they are. They're in Huntsville, Alabama, which helps me that. I can look here and briefly see some of what they do, and they're using keywords. And I go, okay, I see where they're going. It's interesting that they do oil and fuel analysis activity. So I'm going to click on them. I'm going to go in there and look at this company and see what they're doing. I'm able to come in and see that they're doing pretty good wins. They've had some good traction over the years. And if I come down to USA Spending, this is what I was looking at a minute ago. I'm able to see some of their traction, and I can see, DLA, which is defense. They're an Army, DLA, Army. Right away, I can start seeing that trend. And this data is being pulled from USA Spending. So I could see it over here as well. And I can see the spending patterns that they have. Anyways, let me bring it back up to the top. Right here, I can see that Billy is the primary point of contact. And so I got Billy's name, number, and email, and I can reach out and talk to them. I'm also able to see that they're on Oasis Small Business. So if that's helpful to me and I'm looking for opportunities, that's also a great way for me to do a little opener. And if I wanted to, I could click on the capability statement. But what I really want to do is just go check them out very quick on DSBS. So if I just hover near their name, I can open it in DSBS. And when I do, what I'm looking for is, are they small and are they going to stay small? So these guys have got a ton of experience. They've been around since 97. This actually could be a really good partner going forward. I can look in and right away, by the way, not that I'm the brightest person in the world, but I wasn't sure if Billy was man or woman. Here I can see, okay, it's a woman-owned small business. That kind of helps me. I can see they were in the 8A program a long time ago, which is really cool to see. And then the last thing I'm really looking for is, I just want to see, are they no for any of the NAICS codes? And they're not. So in a really pretty quick check, I'm able to find a company on USA Spending and then come over here into GovCon in a box and do a little quick research and find out I like these guys. So I'm going to add Billy to the favorites here. And I'll be able to come back later. Like, imagine I was doing that with a couple others and I'm trying to reach out to the Army. Later, I can come back and start adding in or pursuing and reaching out to these people. This is what we call targeting, where you identify companies that are out there that are winning, build your list, and then call them all kind of one after the other. And it's a really efficient way to do it.